Today we will be learning the difference between an economic boom, a recession, and a depression. At the end of these notes, you will be doing an activity with your table groups where you will be looking at various pictures that either represent a time period of an economic boom, a time period of an economic recession, or a time period of an economic depression. An economic boom is a time period of economic growth when businesses are growing, employment is increasing, wages are going up, consumers are buying more products, and businesses are producing more products. What this means is basically individuals are working, they want new consumer products. This is what was happening during the 1920s. People wanted to get their hands on appliances like ovens and washing and drying machines. They wanted whatever the newest and greatest product was, and they had the money to be able to do this. And if they didn't have the money to do this, they would buy on credit. They would also buy on the margin in order to invest in these companies on the stock market. Since during the 1920s, most companies were doing well because they were creating these new products that people wanted, the stocks in these companies were going up and up, and the share values then were going up and up. So people were getting rich really quick off of the stock market. So that's why individuals saw this and were even willing to take out loans or buy on the margin in order to get in on this new way to make money quickly and easily. An economic recession is similar to what we just recently experienced in the United States. We weren't necessarily in a depression like some might say, but we were in a recession, which is a time period of economic slowing when businesses are starting to get smaller, employment is decreasing, wages are going down, consumers are buying fewer products, and businesses are producing fewer products. Like I said, an example of this was really what happened in 2007 up until recently. Now, a depression is where there's unemployment that's 25 to 30%. Really, when we were in a recession, we really only had about 9% unemployment, and today it's really down below 7% in the United States. So we're starting to move out of the recession we were once in. An economic depression is a time period where there's multiple periods of economic slowing, when businesses are smaller, employment is low, unemployment is high, wages are low, consumers are buying few products, businesses are producing fewer products, and since businesses are producing fewer products, they're laying off workers because less people are buying products, and since people are getting laid off, that means that they have less money to buy anything. So it really hurts the economy in a whole circle, because if you don't have a job, you're not going to go out and buy a good, and if you're not buying those goods, then that business isn't thriving. So economic depression is what happens in the 1930s, and we're going to go more into detail with this in the coming days, where we talk about what exactly caused the stock market to crash and how that really kind of had a spiral effect because of those individuals who bought products on credit and who bought on the margin during the 1920s. People during the 1920s did not foresee at all that a Great Depression was about to happen in the United States. Now, after taking these notes today, you're going to be given several different pictures, and you're going to have a big poster board that's divided into 3 columns. One that's economic boom, one that's economic recession, and one that's economic depression. You're going to need to analyze these pictures with your group and glue the pictures in the proper category. You may use the front and back of the poster because I know some of the pictures are a little bigger to be able to fit under each column. When you are done with your poster, we will go over it as a class and describe why we thought each of those pictures fit in the category they fit in. Each individual in your group is responsible for filling out the worksheet of which category each picture goes in, and explaining why you thought it was either economic boom, recession, or depression. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask the sub. I am at a reading conference today. Hopefully this gives you a better understanding of the difference between what an economic boom, recession, and depression is.